Good evening, guys. This is the takeaways. 10 o'clock is Friday night. You know what it is. Today, as always, we're joined by Matt, Shah, and Talk MU. As I said, it is the takeaway, guys. Gentlemen, how are we? How are we doing? Talk, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, all good, bro. All good.
That's what I like to hear. Shah,
All good, man. Friday and Premier League's back. Can't be happier.
oh,
Yes.
God, the 2 weeks has been murder. Matt, how you doing, man?
It's Friday. It's Friday. I finished work and we got Premier League football back, so I'm happy.
First things first, have you lot all done your fantasy league team?
I don't play fantasy league. I lose too many times and then I'll give up. So I just made a rule of not doing it. I'm sorry, everyone in the world.
Shah's taking a leaf out of my book, or I'm taking a leaf out of yours.
Hopeless.
I don't do fantasy football. I leave that to everybody else.
Fair enough. It's all right. It makes sense not doing it this year. I've had a very difficult start to the season. I'm hoping to take a leaf out of Monday's book. I might copy him. I might have to copy his team. But guys, look, we're here Friday. We're waffling on. You know what we got to do. Something's come up today. Obviously, you know, the derby is always going to be little bits of news here and there. Ten Hag, no regrets about taking the Manchester United hot seat. Now, when I heard it, I kind of wondered what the hell was going on, and then Talk kind of enlightened me on what the situation was. So, Talk, could you just get the graphic up, and then we can have a little discussion?
Yeah, bro. Let's just set this away at the bottom here, and then we'll have a little gander at what it's reading. So it's saying Erik ten Hag has no regrets over joining Manchester United, despite Pep Guardiola's belief that he could have been the ideal successor to him at Manchester City. Ten Hag worked under Guardiola during his time in charge of Bayern Munich, learning from the future City manager at an early stage of his own coaching career. The pair knew each other's game well, and upon Ten Hag's appointment at Old Trafford, Guardiola suggested that he had not joined United. He could one day replace him at the Etihad. And then there's a quote here. There are a lot that could be here, and I think he could be the one of the ones for the way he approaches the game. I think this is Pep talking. Definitely, the City manager said, "Yeah, it's Pep." It's a nice compliment, but this must be coming from Pep, from Eric first. But I'm 100% convinced that I chose Man United, everything in it, and I didn't regret it for 1 second. Ten Hag insisted. Ten Hag added that Guardiola had influences on his early part of his career, but that has made sure to stay true to his own principles. He's made sure to stay true to his own principles. First of all, it's most important. No person is the same. So I have to stick by myself. Then I learn a lot from many human beings in football, especially from top coaches. Pretty interesting.
When did he what year did he work with Ten Hag at Bayern? 2013, 2015, I think. I mean, the fact that obviously it's that style and that I don't know, that maybe framework, and then they've all got their own variations of it. Do you think it's you know, not Ten Hag, Pep always tries mind games. Do you think firstly that Ten Hag would have really been in the frame for the job? I'll put that to you, Matt, first of all, mate.
Ten Hag taking the job. Yeah, I'm glad he's taken the job and got no regrets. He's his own person. It's always been his own person. He's always had his own way of coaching, his own ways of doing things. He learned a lot under Pep, but he also influenced Pep a lot. Don't think people realise that as much. He helped Pep define that style at Bayern Munich, and even then when he left there, he went to Ajax. He was about installing his own principles as a coach and as a person. He doesn't want the easy option. He wants the challenge. He wants to challenge himself as a person and as a coach. So I'm not surprised he doesn't have any regrets about taking the job. I think he wants the change, and I think he wants to be known as the coach that can bring Man United back. It's easy for him to sit and stay at Ajax, continue winning, continue developing players, doing well. And that, but the true challenge of him now is actually getting Manchester United back to the top. And I think it's a challenge he's relishing, and it's a challenge he wants, and that's why he's took the job.
Sure.
Yeah, look, I think both of them have been in the industry for long enough. Pep obviously is won fantastically against us on a number of occasions till Ollie was in charge. And I think the fact that he's complimenting Ten Hag obviously just shows in where he respects him as a professional, I think also, and how he rates him. Because the thing is Pep is going to be in a situation where he's going to probably want to step away from the club at some point, you know, probably return back to normal life. But I think fundamentally it is a little bit of talk, you know, a little bit of banter between the two of them. And in a day, like Matt said, that Ten Hag is his own person, and he said it himself. You know, he's seen the vision. Where would he rather go, to City, who's like creating new history, or does he want to go to a club that's already got a lot of history? And I think that's the reason why he chose Ajax. I think he wanted to go to somewhere that's got pedigree, got a good standard, got a good structure. But at Man United, he had an ability to put another chance to lay another blueprint of his own methods and his own style into the club and into the players. And what's more of an achievement for him, for Ten Hag personally, is probably joining a club that's on a decline instead of joining a club that's already at a pinnacle point, i.e., like going, you know, being at Bayern Munich. He could have stayed, you know, potentially he might have been even given a position there, right, as a top tier coach. But he chose to go somewhere where he needs to build from the ground up, where he can do it his own way, put his own blueprint, his own stamp, whatever anyone wants to call it, on there. And I think that's what I like about Ten Hag, is that he's doing it his way. Like Frank Sinatra said, he did it my way.
Talk.
Yes, Sha, and Matty. But let's not let this twisted. Erik ten Hag chose the biggest club, one of the biggest clubs in the world, definitely the biggest club in England, right? And we don't even need to say the word M, because that's not even a conversation. So you know what I mean? It's, for me, it was always a simple choice for him. Like for what both Matt and Shah have just said, there's an opportunity there, biggest club in the world, to go in. You know, the giant is sleeping at the moment, right? And Ten Hag has come in, started tickling the giant's feet. The giant's now starting to twitch and move, and we can all see that. And he, in my opinion, if he continues to get backed, fully backed, we have been backed to a certain extent, but if he continues to get fully backed by whichever owners are in charge, then I believe that he is going to actually get this club back up on its feet. And once that happens, we all know what happens from that point, because we are still the only club that has seriously dominated the Premier League. And we are the only club, in my opinion, that can actually go on and do that again under a stable ownership and a stable manager who is getting backed, who is refreshing the team when he needs to. So for me, it was a simple choice for Erik ten Hag, a really simple choice.
Well, I'm going to say he was never going to have chosen them over us anyway. But look, maybe it was timing. Maybe he's just saying that. Who knows? I am glad he's here, to be honest. Just like I'm glad all you guys are here in the comments. We've got Amonde, we've got Tyrone, we've got UK Strange, we've got FC United Forever, Devils United. We see ya, Box. We see ya, Football United TV, Global Mapping Surveys. We see our new sponsors. I don't know what all of the wording I'm supposed to put out, so allow me. We're just gonna have to change that for another day. But they are our new station sponsors. Talk.
Yes, bro. I know. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Here we go.
Get it up. Get it up.
Here we
get
go.
up, get it up.
Oh, hold on, Mr. B. We can't just jump straight into it. I've got to introduce it.
Sorry. Let me keep my mouth shut. I'll let you do all of the stuff. But come on, hurry up.
I'm just looking in the chat. Is Gavin Ward in here yet? Because if he ain't,
Not yet.
Mr. B.
I'm not sitting
Right.
yet. I'm
Where
not
are you,
sitting
Gavin?
yet.
Okay, folks, you know what we play it out here on the Man United agenda? We like to play a little game. We have got a little bit stuck on spot the ball, and we're sticking with that theme this evening. Last week was a tricky one. I thought I'd got it in the bag, but unfortunately I got stumped, I should say, at the end. And the week before that, I managed to con Bill Baggio, if you're in the chat, Bill, sorry, bro, to change his mind because I thought I was going to get a win. But anyway, here we go. This is the one for tonight. And you remember how it works, folks. What you got to do is look at the image and tell me which square by number you think the majority of the ball is in. Simple as that. Boom. Mr. B, get your eyes on that, my son. It's all gone quiet over there.
What's that? United versus Chelsea?
I don't know, Charlotte. You know, you gotta work it out, bro. Work it out, and then just tell me which square you think the ball's in.
Well, it's not number 11 because number 11 is not numbered.
No. Well, yeah, you know, I'll leave that one out. So you don't get any points for working that out, Shah.
1 to 10. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I've got my number.
Oh, Matty's got his number. Private chat it, Matty. Private chat it, man. Let me see where you are. But yeah, everybody in the chat, get having a good squiz at it. Amonde's saying it's Everton. So okay, Amonde, come on, get your UK strains. He's got no effing idea, bro. That's the name of the game. You got to just analyze it, look at it, try and work out. There's clues there. There is clues there. You just got to work it out. That's all we've got to do, folks. Mr. B, is he in yet, Gavin? Mr. B's saviour.
No,
Well,
but
you probably taken the piss with this one, talk.
Emma Kay's put 6 in. Emma Kay's gone for 6.
Yo, big up Emma Kay in the building. I see you there. Yeah, she's gone for number 6. Box. I think Box and everybody else is. Amonde's gone for number 3.
Jesus.
Everybody's just like looking at this and thinking, whoa, which team is it? For feck's sake, says FC United.
It's definitely at Old Trafford because I remember that centre circle being like that when we were watching.
Yeah.
God.
The
Well, we've
Fergie
got the red
circle.
kit. I think yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. But there's some folks we can't always have us like, you know, you've got to switch it up a little bit. Global Mapping Surveys, big up, says number 3.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm surprised they didn't put A1, A2, A3, you know, with the global mapping surveys.
Yes.
Girl.
What I will say, talk is, yeah, you might win this one. You might.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping so, bro, because I've not won yet. But Amonde is it? The question is Amonde right? Is it Everton? Yeah, you did drop out a slight bit there, Mr. B, but it's all good, bro. Let's continue, man.
Am I here? Am I not here?
Yeah, bro.
So good, Mr. B.
I was just
Mr. B's having Mr. B's struggling with his internet connection there.
wow. Right. I think I'm back now.
Yes.
Right, I think I'm back. Right. Sorry. Yeah, we were talking about Ten Hag. It was just, I mean, I know, I mean, Pep already dropped the bomb about Scott McTominay. If he had the money, he would be buying Scott. I just think Pep is, I think he's the undercover wind-up merchant. And that's where I think he's going with this Ten Hag quote. And the time that he's made the quote, he's had since he was made coach, which is what, 2 months, 3 months. He's had all of that time to set, and he drops it 2 days before. So I think Pep's on the wind up, to be honest.
Well, I see what you're saying, Mr. B. I mean, you got to look at this. You know, what's the psychology of this then? How does this affect Ten Hag? Right, let's ask that question. You know, you put yourself in Ten Hag's shoes. You know, what would Ten Hag be thinking now if, for example, none of these conversations ever took place with him and Pep? Because if that's the case, then maybe, yeah, you're right. You know, it could be a wind-up thing. But again, I think Ten Hag is more than strong enough mentally, you know, to be able to deal with this attempt at end games. If that is the case, there's no two ways about that. You know what I mean? I think Ten Hag will just be like, whatever. I'm not, you know, I've took Man United. You know, I'm not. He wasn't going to wait around in the hope of maybe getting a City job, or even if he was maybe asked the question by Pep. We don't know what's been said between them two. Of course, they know each other, can working together. You know, for all you know, Pep could have said to him, "Look, you know, I think you could actually take over from me when I leave Man City. When that will be, I don't know, but you know, that is an option. That may be something that we could talk about and discuss. And if that conversation did take place, then that's planted a seed in Ten Hag's mind, and even more so the fact that if he has had that conversation and they still chose to come to United, that's a big slap in the face to Man City, isn't it? And Pep. So you got to look at it from that angle as well. So maybe this could be a bit of a case of Pep's a little bit kind of peeved and thinking, who do you think you are? You know what I mean? You were under me, and you could have had the City job after me if I'd have helped you and all that nonsense. Because let's have it right, Mr. B and everyone else. Pep is worried about this derby. No two ways about it. Of course he is. Yeah, we've had him 5 out of 8 times. We've won 5 out of 8.
I get that, but let's be honest. The only wins were I say
that's special, man.
Yeah, but you know what? They were. You see, if we win, any sort of result, I would rather see the result
football.
that we. Yeah, I want to see. You know, the only one, man. It was just. I understand we won, we got the result, but there was no style to what we did. There was no. Oh, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Finesse and panache.
Class.
Yeah,
class. There was no. You're comparing United, the counter-attacking United, to a Man City style of play, right? You know, passing, keeping it nice. We beat them on the counter-attack in all those games. Ollie's famous 4-2-3-1 counter-attack. Yeah, that's the way it was done. When you watch Pep's football, even in 2011, United versus Barcelona, the final, that was class football. That was tiki-taka, keeping the ball, holding on to it, and finesse shots and finishing at an elite quality, right? But I just want to bring it back before COVID. The last game at Old Trafford was against City, and Scott McTominay coming in and lobbing the keeper from 30 yards out, 40 yards out, or whatever it was. And that's the kind of happiness and joy that brings to me when we beat City, you know. And that is, but that football wasn't great football to watch.
That's what I mean. It wasn't great football.
Yeah.
What you saying, Matt?
The LA wins. They weren't great football, but they were good results. But you were never going to see anything at the end of it because LA was limited in what he'd done. What we see now, though, we're actually seeing a team that's progressing and actually moving forward and getting back to something. I don't blame LA either. I look at the infrastructure of the club at the time. We had Ed Woodward running the show. We was always limited. We had great coaches before, right? Jose and Louis spring to mind. Look what Ed Woodward done to them. Now, though, with Eric, he seems to have a lot more control. We seem to be on the right trajectory, and we seem to actually be figuring out where we're going. We're moving forward as a club rather than being stable.
So just
and that look, is Eric going to take us back to the promised land? It's 50-50 because of what we're up against, but he wants to be the coach that brings us there. Look at Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. Look at how he's revered because of what he's accomplished with them. And I think Eric wants the same at Man U. And as for him taking the City job, I don't think quite because it's easy managing City. You go there, you've got a fantastic footballing infrastructure, and you've got financial resources that other teams can only dream of. So it's almost like, when you play FIFA, you go career mode, you can add £1 billion to your transfer budget. That's essentially what Pep's done. And anyone that takes the City job, that's essentially what they've got. And it makes it so much easier then to go and win because you can just go and buy whoever you want. The challenge is taking the club from the doldrums back to the top, and that's where Eric's going.
But that's not, sorry, I get you. If you're right in what you're saying, Emma, but on the flip side of the coin, it's not always an easy thing to do when you've got an embarrassment of riches, is to make the right choices, as we've seen in the Champions League final for Manchester City. Pep Guardiola overthinking it. Oh, I'll choose him. Can I choose him? I'll choose this. I'll choose that. He ends up napping it up and gifting the Champions League to Chelsea, as we all witnessed.
Talk. That's just Pep trying to win in Pep ways. If Pep had actually just used his brain in that game and just gone, right, I'm going to play CDM rather than trying to play 3 number 8, Man City would have won that game. But I think City will win the Champions League this year, to be honest.
That's the thing I'm getting at, is obviously he didn't make the right choice because he had so many options. He overthought it because he can overthink it. He's got room. Let's just put it this way: he's got room to overthink it, whereas certain other managers haven't got enough room to sort of overthink it. It's like, well, it's either that or this. Whereas Pepper's got multiple. You know what I mean? So it's a different thing. But again, for me, it's always. I always say money is an advantage. I don't think it's a guarantee. It's not a guarantee that you're actually going to go out and win everything. I mean, Pep's done quite well there with City, as we know. Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, I mean, 1 league title. Not really much to sort of start getting on the top of the bus about, is it? You know what I mean? It's not, is it? Come on, something right. One league title in 30 years. So, but going back to the game and Erik ten Hag and everything else with Man City, we're talking about Ollie tactics. We're talking about counter-attacking and everything else. We've got to look at this from Ten Hag's point of view. What is his most important part of this, of what he's got to decide to do here? And that is the fans. What do the fans want? What's his job? And his job is to send the fans home happy. How does the best way he achieves that? That's what I'll ask you guys. What's his way of achieving that?
Obviously, it's going to be a win, but if I I have no problem with a loss tomorrow. If it can you have a good loss? I'm not sure you could have a good loss, because let's be honest, Man City are going to have 60, 65, 70% possession. So it's what we do with that 30%. Is Ten Hag going to go? We don't have the team to go toe to toe. But do you think Ten Hag feels his players can go toe to toe with Man City? That's for all of you guys.
Yeah, I think in terms of, I'll go first. In terms of the energy and everything else, that's why maybe if Scott McTominay is fit, and I heard Casemiro's been mentioned and everything else, perfect for the role, blah, blah, blah. But if McTominay is ready to rock and roll, we know what he brings. He does bring that heart and that desire and that kind of physical presence, which we're going to need it's in certain areas of the pitch where you need to cause City problems. If you start to drag them out into the shape that Pep doesn't like, and they don't like individually, because they understand that Pep doesn't want them doing that. So if we do the right moves in the right areas of the pitch, we can cause them serious problems in terms of what they're thinking. If we leave them to be able to stay 2 on the vertical, 3 on a horizontal, which Pep likes in that 10 grid of his pitch, then it's going to be easy for them, because they're going to feel comfortable and they're going to be like, yeah, no, it's cool. I'm in the right place. It's all good. But if we start to get in their faces, move them about and drag them about and go trying to win the ball back in areas of the pitch that they're not comfortable at, then they have to start moving and drifting and not really, we make them lose their shape, essentially. If we can do that, I think then we're halfway there. And if, like I say, I think, it was mentioned earlier about the turnover then from winning possession back. You win possession back, we get the turnover, you've got a Marcus Rashford who's got the power of the pace in his legs to just go bang off, straight from a standing run. He can go 100 mile an hour gone onto a ball that's played through. City are going to be in trouble.
because there's UK strains up here. We need to go toe to toe on Sunday. We need to show. What's that?
That we need to show teams we are a fighting team.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I want. This is what I want to see. I want to see our style against Pep's style. I know we're a long way behind Pep and Man City in their formula. They know, they buy one player, he slots straight in. We've bought a few, but that's what I'm looking to see. Before we go any further, though, talk. Can we go through some of these messages and then spot them all back up, please?
Yes.
So if anybody's changed their mind.
All right, let's have a look at them. We've got on Monday, as I said, got Tyrone Williams talking on Monday. UK Strain saying, take me home to Old Trafford, take me home. Yes, he's singing the song. FC United forever. I'm on behind 3 minutes to all Urban Cookie Collective. Yes, big up to you. Tyrone says, Pep needs to keep his mouth shut. Ten Hag wanted to manage a big club. Yes, well said. FC United says, it's not waffling cookie. If it's not waffling cookie me yapping, you got King Yapper to the right. You're going to make a rapper and song out of that, FC United forever. I love it, man. I'm Yapper, by the way. UK Strains, we shouldn't be talking about Manchester City and our top manager. Yeah. FC United, these ain't the biggest club in the world. Those little boys, East Side, just Muppets. Love it. Football United TV in the building. Yo, big up, bro. He says, big up, Pete. Sorry I can't be here. Hopefully next time. Yeah, you better be here next time or you're going to get blacklisted. Send the bailiffs round. Fox is saying Solo has won the same number of European Cups as Pep has, if you don't include Messi. Whoa. Global mapping surveys. If anybody needs a map of anything, I don't know how it works. I've not been clued up on this one, I'm afraid, folks. But go and check him out. He says, I thought Ten Hag's comments on Maguire were interesting today. If anybody has got anything to say on that, put it in the chat. We'll have a look at it. Monday's saying, he's talking to Tyrone. FC United. All correct. Eric Ten Hag is at his biggest club in the world. Simple as that. Yeah. As we say, we've got Maisie in from Devils United. Big up Maisie. Fox is in the building. Pep didn't go to a Sevilla, Bayer Leverkusen or Tottenham, and turn them into a juggernaut. He went to the best clubs with the biggest money. Look, that's a whole different topic on its own, that one for me. But you know what? It is what it is. FC United says, just as Dubs, we love the F word, Japper. Gordon Ramsay doesn't touch us. You're fucking right, he doesn't. It's shit. What the fuck is that? That's what Gordon Ramsay will say. Hey? Box. Is that post or pre-war? All right, I don't know. I don't know where you've gone with that one. Contact, I won last week. I mean, we got to see some numbers here. We got a 6 from MK. We got a 3 from a Monday. We got Global Mapping Survey. I can't even say it tonight. Global Mapping Surveys Limited with 3. UK Stranger saying the ball could be anywhere on the pitch. Exactly, bro. Work it out, man. FC United's going for number 9. Box. One of these days, Talk is going to put one with no ball. That has crossed my mind, Box. It really has, but I ain't done it today. I'll guarantee you that. Let's have a look where we are. Anthony Herbert's in the building, Arsenal fan, but someone's got to support him. Big up, lads.
Yeah, man. Big up, everybody. And
there we go, folks. Let's just get rid of that. There you go. So, come on. Just tell me which square the majority of the ball is in. That's all you got to do.
Crap me up.
And I see also that Gavin Ward isn't in the building tonight. I wonder why that is. Why aren't you in, Gavin? Come on, bro. Where you at? Mr. B's waiting for you to give you an answer.
He's still looking for that picture.
It's what?
He's still looking for the picture on Google.
I know, that's it. Box is saying number 9. MK says she's sticking me number 6. Okay. Yeah, man. Happy days, isn't it?
You muted, Mr. B.
You're on mute, Mr. B. Gavin's in the building. There he is. Oh, hold on. Wait a sec. I'll get to you in a second, Gavin. Paul saying it. I just take out Ten Hag comments on Maguire with a pinch of salt. Just sick of hearing his name. As I said, at this stage, I take £1 for him. Get rid.
Wow.
And Gavin is in the building. Mr. B can now give his answer. Go on, Mr. B.
Don't do that. So I'd already said 6-3 before, and Gavin's come in and confirmed my choice. So I think
Okay.
I'm going to go 6. But I feel it's a
Okay.
3 though.
Nah, that's Cantona there, isn't it? That's
Go with your
defo
eyes.
That's
Go with
defo
your eyes.
Cantona there. Having a little wonder.
What are you talking about, Shaw?
That number 3 is that number 3. That walk. If you can't recognise that walk from
See
even a
this
black,
man down here,
that is a Cantona.
Is this Steve Bruce down the bottom here in square? What would be number 11? Does
I
that
don't
look
know.
like Steve Bruce
No.
or Mark Hughes? No.
I think that's Giggs, isn't it?
I think that's a gig. No, I don't know.
Oh, talk. Where did you get this from?
With a lot of hard work, bro. Let me tell you that. I was there for a good hour and a half trying to find this, right? Because
Well-
I know, yeah, I just know because I was like, nah, if I go for like, you know, the ones I've been doing, people can find it. People can essentially cheat on me. I don't like it.
Talk.
Okay,
No.
so do we have any other numbers? And I keep forgetting, guys. If you are on here, please hit the like button, hit the
Yeah,
subscribe
please.
button if you're new, and hit that share button on anything that you can share it on.
Yeah.
Go on, Shah. What are you
Please,
gonna say,
please
Shah?
send all your entries into PO Box talk.man at the Man United
Yeah,
agenda.
yeah.
Code, and we'll let you know next week if you got it right.
Wow.
God.
Actually, do you know what? It's not 3.
Box is asking a question here. Let's have a look. He says, is that the ref barely in the pick about 10 miles behind the play? Yes, it is. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. That is the referee. That's the referee.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, look at that beer belly their old refs had back then. Right.
Wow.
Beer belly, man. I love it.
Yeah,
So, Paul- Go on.
I'm going 3. I'm not changing. I'm not changing from what I thought it was, to be honest.
Okay. Happy days. Well, I will set that. I'll accept it and run with it. Matt, have you given us an answer yet? Matt?
Yeah, Matt's changed his one.
Yeah.
What you gone, Matt? What you gone with, Matt?
I'm going number 3. I don't know why someone tells me it's number 3.
Yeah.
Box is saying, for a bonus point, name all the players on the pitch. Good luck with that one.
Do you know the Man United players on the pitch, talk?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of them.
Okay.
And I know who they're playing as well. Why do you think that white bar is there, Mr. B?
Oh, right.
Oh,
That's covering the game. That's covering who's playing who. That's covering the name of the team
Well,
we're
look,
playing.
it's definitely Everton, Man United. I mean, it makes no difference because I still don't know where the ball is. Yeah, it's
Anthony was going for number 9, which is interesting.
number 9.
Mm.
No, Anthony, come on. It's definitely not
It's an
nine.
Arsenal.
Look at it, looking. How could it be
Mr.
9?
Mr. B is an Arsenal fan.
Oh, no sense. All right, there you go. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Okay, guys. You notice it's been a bit quiet on our Instagram, on our Twitter feeds, not ours, the agenda. The Man United one. Ten Hag, when he came in, he wanted a little bit of control of the club. Harry Maguire tweeted this week, but he was obviously on international duty. Normal apology, the same thing that we got sick of as Man United fans. Again, this week we were all fretting about the training videos, not seeing Martial, not seeing Rashford in the training videos. Ten Hag, I think, maybe has a little bit of control over that. Do you think he's controlling? Do you think he's now got that level of control that he wanted at the club, or do you think it's too early to have that opinion? Sure.
I think he's got discipline back in the players. I think he's got a level of respect. I think the fact that we're not seeing as much of this because, well, to be fair, I think they've been posting bits and bobs up, right? You know, there's like little pictures of people of them living their normal lives to a certain degree, but there's none of this apology for playing this way because they've been winning, right? And I think also the fact is that Eric's came in with certain criteria for them to be his player. As a manager, you set down foundations, you set down a structure, you set down rules. What can be done, what can't be done, and I think for him, he's deployed them well. But what that shows me is the players respect him. The players have got a reason to respect him, and I've been quite happy not to see all the crazy videos, because even today, like on social media, there was a little bit. Do you remember when Dan James and them lot were all in the dancing room and having a dance and all that?
Mm.
And I showed that, and I just thought to myself, yeah, that's not Man United. Like that's just not the class that we want to portray to a certain degree, especially when we're losing and in that period of time when we weren't doing that well. So I like to see it afterwards, once we've done what they need to achieve. They've got goals, they've got ambitions, and we need to hit and achieve them. And I think Ten Hag's really got that into place.
Matt?
Yeah, so Erik Ten Hag getting controlled. We are seeing it. I also think it helps with the infrastructure. We saw the videos of Richard Arnold a few weeks ago where he said they're going to sack the PR team and replace them. I can't remember the exact quotation. But if you look at the transfer window, Eric pushed for Lisandro Martinez ahead of Pau Torres, and we got Lisandro Martinez. He also pushed for another couple of players, and we did get them. So it does seem that Eric does have control, and it does seem to be getting the club back under control. On board the PR circus around Man United that we was before Eric come in. It was an utter embarrassment and a show from the club, and it was after every single result, you got players apologising on social media, and you got madness. On YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Now that all seems to be stopping, which is only a good thing. Yeah, Eric's had a big part to play, but also I think the infrastructure's had a big part to play in it, and it seems to be that they're working well together to get the club back where it belongs, rather than just being the media circus that it's been known for the past few years.
Talk.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got control of the club and of the players. Ten Hag, there's no two ways about that. And he has stuck to his word. Ronaldo was on the bench, other players are on the bench, Maguire, etc. And you know what? Sometimes you need to be taken away from what you've got to then be able to look at what you've got. You know what I mean? And I think that's quite clever from Erik Ten Hag, to be fair. Because if you do that with players who look, we know Harry Maguire's been under a lot of pressure, under a lot of stake, the blah, blah, blahs. We all know there is a player in Harry Maguire. He's just an example I'm going to use. There is a player in him. We know that. And for me, I've always said, we know he's not got a lot of pace, but it's his positioning that is probably his biggest weakness, and his decision-making at times. So you know what? You take players out of the frame a little bit and let them see and absorb what's going on in front of them and other players doing a job on the pitch. When you combine all of that into then better performances and better results, it really hits home. You're sat there like, whoa, I've got to get this fixed up, whatever the problem is with me here. I've got to get it fixed up quick. Otherwise, you've got a simple choice. You either happy to sit on the bench and you don't fix up, or you just put in for a transfer, one of the two. So I think with everything that's been going on, all the 10 commandments that he put in place when we talked about them months ago, I think it's all now culminating in a really, what Shah said and Matt, a really well conditioned squad and a squad that is respectful of the manager. You know what I mean? They trust him, and that's key as well. I think they trust him, what he's doing in the coaching, the approach of the coaching and everything else, because like I said, the performances are there for us all to see. The results are there for us all to see. So, I think it's all going in the right direction, and whether we can continue on this kind of speed, I will say, the speed of the progression that we're on, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that one. You know, we are going to hit a brick wall at some point, but that's then the real test of the team and manager, isn't it? How we pull ourselves back from hitting a brick wall. So, you know, that's what I think.
I think the real test is going to be somebody getting the fucking spot the ball this week. To be honest.
Yo, bath time.
Half time. You're the only one I don't think who's had a vote, mate. Talk's done a madness this week. We're going to finish this. We're going to get our score prediction from you guys as well before we wrap up. I've gone for number. Did I go for number 3 or number 6? I've gone for number
6.
I think 6 is too easy. I'm going to go for number 3.
Okay.
Guys, in the chat, get your votes in.
Shah, which number are you going for, bro?
I'm 3.
Okay.
I'm going with 3.
Matt is gone for number
3.
Number 3. Okay, 3 is all round. Okay. So let's have a look then. UK Strange is saying, I'm guessing 3. Okay. Box is saying, I think the ball might be 9. Anthony's saying, no, it's Man United versus Rangers, number 9. Okay. Interesting. Who's been looking on Google? Yeah, it's 9s and 2s. Paul Turner's gone for 2. Gavin Ward's gone for number 6. Okie dokie, pig and a poker. Anyone else want to get there? Still number 6, says Emma. Yeah. So I'll let you look at that for a moment while we give our score predictions. I'll give you my score prediction now, Mr. B.
Guys, in the chat as well. Before we wrap up, get your score predictions in for the game on Sunday. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3.
I'm going 2-2. I'm going 2-2.
Oh, you're going for a 2-2?
Yeah,
I'm going 3-2 to United. I'm going 3-2 United.
Sure.
I'm going 2-1 United. I think Martinez is going to keep Haaland quiet.
Matty.
I think 2-1 Man United. I see Haaland scoring, but I think we'll just do them over.
Bathsam's going for a 1-1.
Box
is going for 2-1. Gavin, Gavin on a 3-3.
Wow, that's a big one. 3-3.
Interesting. And we got FC United Forever's going 3-2. Yeah. We're on the same page. I'm liking that. UK Strangers going for a 0-0. Anthony Herbert is just doing a madness, so I'm not going to show it. MK saying 3-0 United. We'll have some of that. Anthony Boo. Yes, Roll said Box. Come on, you Spurs.
And
London Derby meets the Manchester Derby this weekend, isn't it? So
right, talk. Come on.
Here we go then.
Put us out of our misery.
All right then. Okay, folks. Then let me just get rid of that. Okay, so we've had some really good guesses, haven't we? But I'll go through the ones that it isn't. So it isn't number 10. It isn't number 7. It's not number 8. It's not number 5. It's not number 4. It's not number 2. It's not number 3. So that leaves it's either 1, 6, or 9.
Done us.
It's not number 9. So that leaves 6 and 1. And it ain't number 6. It's actually number 1. So that gives me the victory for everyone to see. I'm not done. I'm not done.
First things first.
What?
I want to see the ball talk.
Oh, Mr. B, no. Why do you do this to me?
Look,
Mr.
right?
B, man.
And nobody is looking that way.
All right, hold the phone. 1 second.
Sorry. Yeah, you need to. I know why it's not up, because you don't want Solo jumping in and looking at where the ball is. But for the what's the word? For fairness. For fairness.
Yeah, for fairness. I'm fair, man. I'm a fair guy, Mr. B. You know that. I don't cheat. There's no point in cheating.
All right, Talk's won this one, everybody. Give a round of applause.
So can we have some
big up Talk?
Yeah, come on, man.
First win of the season. 3 points to him.
Every dog has their day, you know. So well done. I'm not calling you a dog. I'm just saying, well done.
You're saying him a dirty. You're saying him a dirty dog. All right, hold on, Mr. B. Let me just get it exported. 1 second. There we go. 2 ticks. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, as they say somewhere.
Who were they playing, Talk?
I'll show you in a second, bro.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
just get rid of this one. And I'm gonna go do this, do that, bit of this and a bit of that, and then we should be fizz bang wallop.
What's everyone's score
Why not?
predictions while Talk's just getting the pictures up? It'd be good to see everyone's score
Fine.
predictions in the comments. Let's have a little see what people are saying.
Really good.
Okay, Mr. B. There you go. Oh crap! I didn't take the one off, did I? But there you can see the ball just behind the one. You see it?
All right.
All right, that's where it is, and it's Oldham. It was Man United against Oldham.
Jesus Christ.
Sky Live, look at that.
Somebody got the date right. Somebody in the chat said 93,
It was-
94 season.
Yeah, it was FC United Forever. She got the date right of the season.
Wow.
But the ball has been kicked. It's in the air there. The ball is in the air, and they're looking forward because they know it's coming over them. So that might be a bit of a tip for people for future. Spot the balls.
I will say, Talk is well done. You got your win. Finally.
Get in.
You finally got your win. Guys, as always, thank you very much. Matt, where can we find you?
You can normally find me here on the takeaway. You can also find me on Twitter at MattyAdam87. You can see what I'm tweeting.
Shout.
Only place is the Man United agenda. That's where you find me, everyone.
I'll take that. Talk. Oh God, Talk. I'm not even going to say. I am. You know what? I am. Talk. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you find me floating around the Man United agenda, making spot the ball things in the back.
Talk, what I do want you to do, though, I want you to put that up on Twitter, just to see if there's anybody else who would have got that one, because that's one of the best ones you've done. I know it's taken a little while, but yeah, put it up on Twitter and see what reaction you get to that. But guys, as always, we are the agenda. It's Friday night. Talk. We are back on Sunday.
Sunday with the watch along.
On Sunday for the watch along, guys. There will be a reaction show. Not sure what time, not even sure what time who's going to be on, but set your notification bell to let you know. If you are still watching, please hit the like button. If you are new to it, hit the subscribe button. If you've done all of those things, please hit the share button. This is us. This is the agenda. Me, Mr. B. Thank you very much for joining us. You don't have to be, and we appreciate the fact that you are.
Always.
We're up.